got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Cocaine quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Sean B. Nice, back again with another video, dropping some heat rock for y'all. Today we're doing a review of the HTC U11. Now, this phone I think is probably the most slept on phone of this year so far. You know, the OnePlus 5 that's came out, and that phone, you know, it hasn't really getting, you know, too many good reviews and whatnot. And you know, I think it's because it was like overhyped. Where here you have this phone, I feel like it's not getting enough attention. To be honest with y'all, I feel like it is not. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna start off with the things I'm not really rocking with too much, and then we get into the things that I'm actually rocking with. So the first thing that I'm not really, I mean, it could be like a software issue. The first thing I'm not really rocking with is the weird fingerprint scanner. Now, don't get me wrong, because that's actually one of the things I like about this phone is how fast it is. But for some odd reason, it kind of like hiccups sometimes. Let's see if I can get it right now. So if I put my finger on it, right? Okay, so it didn't do it that time. So sometimes what will happen is if I put my finger on it, it'll do that, right? So I don't know if it's because I'm not resting on there long enough, but even still, like, why open the phone up and then go back to the lock screen? It's like, oops, we forgot we didn't scan your finger long enough. I don't know, it's kind of corny. If you open the phone up and then just leave it open. If I wanted to get to the lock screen, right, I could just do that, hit the power button. But if I'm hitting my fingerprint scanner, I want my phone to open, you know what I'm saying, instantly, like it just did from doing this. So it's like I said, it's a hit and miss. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. I don't know what that's about, but they need to kind of fix that because that's pretty nerve-wracking. All right. So another thing that I'm really not working with is, now this just because it's probably just Google, but the split screen on here, trash. And the reason I say it's trash is because, like, right now, if I open up, we go Google Chrome, right? So let's go Chrome. I want to make sure I ain't got no explicit web pages and stuff like that on here. All right, so we do Sprint Power Deck, right? So I got this open. Now, if I hold this down, I don't have any other apps to get to. Like on Samsung phones, there'll be a most recent app, or just an app drawer period that you can scroll through to get to other apps. But with just pure, you know, nougat, you can't do that. So if I like slide up right now, you know, it's gonna take me here. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna have split screen, then give me other apps. I shouldn't have to have other apps that's running in the background just to use it. Like, you pretty much tell me I gotta go to the Chrome, and then I gotta go sit here and go to like the Play Store, and then now I can sit there and hold it down and then get back to Chrome. No, why do I have to do all that? You know, I should be able to switch between any app I want. I don't know what that's about. I'm not feeling that at all. Another thing I'm really not rocking with. So besides the squeeze function, there are no really standout features on this phone to make you say like, yo, I gotta have that phone. Now, some people may say the speakers or, you know, the build quality alone, but, you know, I don't really think that's enough, you know what I'm saying, to kind of win customers back. This fingerprint magnet. I don't think that's enough to win customers back for the performance they've been putting on for these years. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're trying to get your customers back, then you kind of you got to have your phone more than just, you know, I know sometimes simplicity wins, but, you know, when people have a phone, they want to be able to show people like what their phone can do, right? So with the S8 Plus, since like if I'm out somewhere, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to stun on somebody, I could be like, yo, you can only open your phone up one way, and I got multiple ways. One standout way is the iris scanner. Or if I go to any store, they got a card reader, you know what I'm saying, I can go ahead and use Samsung Pay. This one got Android Pay. So, you know what I mean? That's not really HTC. You kind of just need a little bit more. Now, another thing too that I'm noticing, and you know, honestly, I'm just going ahead and just be upfront with y'all right now. This is the reason why my fiance actually is taking this phone back and getting the regular S8, and this is because for some odd reason, when you send pictures with this phone, now let me see if I can kind of give you guys an example, so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. All right, so I was doing some camera work, right? Just some test shots while I was outside. And now look at this photo here, right? Now you probably can't see because it's, you know, obviously is you look at your computer screen, which I'm recording through my phone, and you look at another screen, so you're not gonna really be able to see it. But if I send this, now this photo here is actually pretty clear. But if I send this to like another phone, it's very pixelated. I don't know why that is. I've tried every thing in the world to figure out, you know what I'm saying, with their settings, because technically when you take a picture, those pictures automatically go to Google Photos. Now, I don't know if it's because, you know, HTC doesn't have like a set gallery. So when you send these photos, it's technically you're sending it from Google Photos. And I don't know if Google Photos, but I'm pretty sure I have this set up where, you know, it keeps original photo, right? So I don't understand why it's sending these pixelated pictures. Like, that's, you know, my fiance, I'm sorry, is a hairstylist. So she need every photo to be crisp and clean when she uploads these things to her social media platform. So she's going back for the essay. I mean, don't get me wrong, the camera on this phone is still dope. That's one of the features I like, but we'll get into that next. Next, the squeeze function. Squeeze function is like, it's hit or miss for me. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, it's cool to have, but it's not something I'm gonna be using. Like, if I could just sit here and just go to the app, right? So for example, if I want to get to, you know, Google Assistant, I hold down this, right? Now what you could say is, Sean, how about you set up a feature that you can't get to that fast? Which I did. So what I said, I think I set up the flashlight. Boom. Now you squeeze it, boom, flashlight already there. And then if I hold it down, let's see, I turned the phone off and hit the power button. So let's see. You see what I'm saying? And I just had my finger on the fingerprint scanner, but it takes me to the screen right here. Why? I gotta fix that. All right. So short squeeze, flashlight. Long squeeze is Google Now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to PlayStation 5. You know that. Yeah. I don't know, yo. That to me, that squeeze function is just not enough to win me over. Another thing. This is a gorgeous phone. I give it that. But why have a glass back and then don't give wireless charging? What was the point? I mean, I know you're trying to have the phone look elegant and things like that. The build quality is top notch, but if you're gonna give me a glass back, then give me wireless charging. You know, it's no excuse for that. It's no excuse for that at all. You guys are definitely gonna throw in wireless charging. I mean, come on now. How much would it have really added to production? So before I get to things I do like, I kind of want to throw like a little disclaimer out there for people. I have a few people in the comment section. First of all, I just want to say thank y'all, regardless of, you know, how y'all feel. Thank y'all for watching the video. But some of the people were complaining that the way I treat the devices, you know, is poor, and I just slam the stuff down, blah blah blah. Here's my thing: if me slamming a product down from this height, which is, let's see, maybe 2 to 3 inches, a 2 to 3 inch height. You know what I'm saying? Come on, me doing that to a phone, if that breaks it, that right there should tell you I do not purchase that product. So if I take this watch off and I put it down on the table, whatever the case is, if I'm putting a device down from that height and it breaks or it damages, that should tell you guys right there, do not buy that product because it is cheaply made. So, you know, everybody always talk about Gorilla Glass 5 and Gorilla Glass SR and stuff like that. These watches should be able to withstand heights from 4 feet, 4 feet, and not have any issues. So if a 2 to 3 inches kills it, boom, don't buy it. All right, now that that's out the way, let's get into the stuff I do like. Battery life. I'm definitely rocking with the battery life on this phone. HTC usually has pretty good battery life anyway. The standby time is usually, you know what I'm saying, on point. You know what I mean? So standby time and battery life in general, I'm getting like around 3 to 4 screen hour time. Cause I you know, before I gave it to my fiance, I had the phone for like a few days, whatever, right? So screen on time and standby time, definitely rocking with. Another thing too that I'm really, you know what I'm saying, rocking with heavy is the simplicity of the phone. Now, what I mean by simplicity of the phone is, it's like, you know, it's pretty bare bones, right? You see all your apps right here. You hit the app drawer, all right there. All your apps is right there. You know, and it got all stock Android apps, right? Now, I think that's dope because now when people buy, you know, this phone, you know, when they're trying to compete with iPhone or they're trying to compete with, you know, any other phone, pretty much iPhone, right? Let's be real, Android. It's either Android or iOS. You know, now they have Duo pre-installed. I don't know why they don't have Halo pre-installed. Or hell, Google Hangouts for that matter. But they have Duo pre-installed pretty much to, you know, combat FaceTime, because Duo is better than FaceTime, especially with the knock knock feature. And, you know, I think that's a better way to kind of get Google apps out there a little bit more. Also with the Google Android Messaging now, that's what it's called, because now you have RCS enabled on this straight out the box. And anyone who has an Android phone on a platform that supports RCS through Android Messaging, now you guys can kind of get those features where you get to see who's typing and send larger files over data and stuff like that, right? Now, another thing that I think what makes this phone a knockout killer, and I think it scored highest on the I think it's called what, the DX Mark. The people who do the photos, who test the photos out and whatnot, I think got the highest score right now. And honestly, now from what I can see on this phone itself, when I review these pictures on the phone, not on any other phone, when I review on this phone, the camera quality is crazy, yo. Like, I will be doing a camera review on it. I already got some test shots and I got some videos on it too. The front-facing camera and the rear-facing camera so far is the best I've seen. Better than the S8, better than the iPhone. Yo, like, this camera here is dope. But the problem is, like I said, the reason why this phone is going back, as crazy as it sounds, there's no point in having this dope of a camera if you can't send the original quality to someone to see how dope that camera is, right? So the only person who knows my bad. The only person who knows that you have a dope camera is you, because you're the only person using it. But when you send a photo to somebody, it's a wrap. They're like, yo, this camera's crap. And then you kind of get the same old, Android phones are garbage. Oh, Android phones have shitty cameras and all that BS. Miss me with all that. So, that's that. But like I said, overall, camera is the best I've seen on a phone. So if you are a person who loves battery life and great camera and build, this is the phone for you. Honestly, it really is. Now, another thing I don't like is, I'm sorry, this should have been up in this part. I just forgot, because I'm looking at it now and it's still driving me crazy. These chins, right? This huge chin and this huge forehead beat. Like, come on, fam. Like, what? Like, I'm trying to get closer so you guys can see it. Why do you have that much space? You know what I'm saying? You're not using it. Yo, you could have brought that down. And you could have had just more of a huge display, yo. Like, this display could have been bigger than what it is. But I just forgot about it. So, now, here's another thing that blows any other phone out of the water. The S8 Plus, the iPhone, I'm pretty sure it's going to do the same thing with the OnePlus 5. The headphones that come with this phone, oh my God, fam. Like, the headphones that come with this phone, or the sound quality, these HTC joints right here, yo, fire. Okay, like, the noise active cancellation pops in. Let's see if I can kind of show y'all what it's gonna look like. The noise canceling pop in if you listen to music. It didn't show up right here, right? No, it didn't show up. But say if I was like listening to Tidal, which Tidal got the hi-fi. I was listening to, what I'm saying, Kendrick Lamar. Damn, I mean, I got to listen to that DNA. Anyway, I listened to that, and on this phone with the Tidal and those active noise, yo, it's so crazy how good it is. Like, for real. Like, those headphones are the best things since sliced bread, for real. Now, fun fact. So, I'm sitting here playing with this phone, right? I'm like, okay, yo, these USB-C headphones, they dope. I wonder if they work on my S8 Plus. They do not. So I'm assuming because the S8 Plus actually has a headphone jack, they didn't, have audio going through the USB-C. But so you guys can know, because I almost bought some USB-C headphones for my S8 Plus. USB-C headphones do not work on the S8 Plus. So just keep that in mind. Another thing that's pretty dope about this phone is, it's kind of like the last thing. It's probably like a week ender, but it's still pretty cool, right? So let's go to, it's the theme engine. Now, I'm trying to see if I can find a photo. Okay, here we go, themes. Now, get started. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's say if you have a photo. Okay, I'll do that. No, hold on. All right, so for example, we have this wallpaper, right? Now, what the theme engine is going to do is it's going to create icons that fits that wallpaper, right? So you can choose which one that you think. Well, it's going to give you it's going to show you how it's going to look, and you could choose which one. So you got Calvin, you got Flux, you got, what else you got? Freestyle, you have Kawaii, Sleek, Structure. I actually like Structure. And I like Traveler. So let's do Traveler. So finish. Hit OK. And just off the background colors of that picture, HTC has created a theme for you. Yo, that's hot. Yo, like, for real. I mean, I think Samsung should take notes on that. If you're gonna do a theme engine like that, that's kind of the route you want to go. That, to me, best thing out as far as themes is concerned. So, this is a very short video. At least I hope it's a very short video. We see I think through editing and everything, but I do think, you know, for people who are looking for, like I said, great headphones. Wait, before I even end this video, how can I leave off one thing that HTC phones are known for, and that's the sound quality, right? The dual speakers. I guess the reason why I didn't really mention those, because honestly, yo, I'm gonna be real with you, I wasn't so impressed. Like, I mean, they okay, they sound all right, but it wasn't anything that kind of like blew me away. Like, this is my first time actually having a phone where it had speakers up top and the bottom, well, besides the iPhone, obviously. But to me, the iPhone sound better. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I'm keeping the buck with y'all, but here, you guys can hear for yourself.
What is going on, guys? This is the brand new Samsung Galaxy S8.
First thing you need to discuss is that I'm covering the speaker, and you still hear from here.
It is just, it's beautiful. One of the best cameras you can put in your pocket again this year. We have Gorilla
So obviously,
IP68 water and dust resistant. Everything else.
So obviously, the strongest speakers at the bottom, which, you know, I get. But like I said, that, to me, that just wasn't a standout feature that really kind of blew me away. But that's it for the phone. I mean, like I said, if you guys are looking for a phone with a great camera, great, you know what I'm saying, no bloatware hardly, very simplistic, amazing headphone quality, the HTC U is definitely for you. But if you kind of look for a phone that's a little bit more feature packed, with wireless charging, iris scanner, Samsung Pay, then obviously Samsung will be for you. So it's your boy Sean B. Nice. I'm out. Thank y'all for watching. I will be dropping some more videos this week. Don't forget to tune in and subscribe. Also, leave any feedback, whether it's positive or negative. I take all criticism, and I take it, you know what I'm saying, I take it to heart, and I try to improve it on every video I get. So, it's your boy Sean B. Nice. I'm out.